Chicago girls do it better. That's something we constantly have to remind ourselves. Two young Latinas coming from the inner city of Chicago, Pilsen to be exact. Proud of our roots and proud of our heritage. As we sat down to interview each other and the first question rolled around, how do you identify? I got to see firsthand how proud you were to say you're a Mexicana. That born in Mexico and mom born in the US, raised to embrace la cultura mexicana and go from speaking English to hablar español at any given moment. You are the first in your family to get your associate's degree and later pursue your bachelor's at Loras. You take pride in being a first-generation student. You were given an opportunity to pursue your dreams and you did not hesitate to take it. Coming from a working-class community, opportunities like these were not given to everyone back home. With a Catholic background and the Jesuit way of living, you take pride of coming from Pilsen. You attended Costa Rica Jesuit High School and you're highly involved in the Jesuit community. Your morals, your ethical stance all come from this community that you've grown to love. You are the firstborn out of 4, 2 sisters, 1 brother, Andrea, Mariana, and Ernesto. You take pride in being the older sister. Quote, whatever I do for them. See, this is where I saw your role evolve. You didn't play the typical Mexican daughter, the one that cooks because she's a girl, the one that cleans because she's a girl, the one that serves and picks up after because she's a girl. You played this part because you wanted to. You saw how Abuelita would cook and clean for everyone at home, and you wanted to help. Your Abuelita taught you the amazing things that make you who you are today, a well-mannered, loving, and caring daughter, sister, and friend. That's something I've always admired of you, your desire to help. No matter who it was or where it was, Isabelle is always there to help. For you, being a woman meant so many things, especially being a woman of 2 different cultures. It was somewhat difficult to find your balance of the two. Being the firstborn and being the firstborn girl, you mentioned how difficult it was for your father to understand what it was to raise a girl. With that being said, you were raised with comic books in one hand and a baseball bat in the other, Nike high tops on your feet and a baseball cap to finish the fit. You take so much pride in that. But this is where, for you, gave you an identity crisis. Girls don't wear those type of shoes, were remarks you always heard from others. But you didn't care what others said about you. You never have. But as a young girl, getting bullied for not being girly enough and being called names such as tomboy eventually took a toll on you. You started questioning your own identity. And coming from a Mexican-American community, our identity is all we have, even if it's split between 2 countries. Coming from a community that typically conforms to our gender roles, being raised the way you were opens so many questions for you. Classmates made fun of you for wanting Nike high tops, but you didn't understand why. Why can't I like these pairs of shoes? Why can't I like baseball? You were so young and you didn't realize that society had put gender labels to things, gender sports, and had rules on what type of clothing young boys and girls should wear. Society told you that girls should only be wearing heels, girls should only be wearing skirts and dresses, and sports? Leave that to the boys. But society forgot that you're Isabelle Hernandez, narices grandes, and you don't follow the rules. You were raised to bend the rules for yourself and those that follow. The Tomboy Blues was a poem written about you by a young boy making fun of you for being you. Quote, she's such a tomboy, no one will ever love something like that. Those words were said in a class full of laughter from young girls and boys, and filled with embarrassment, you still held your head high. Years have passed and the pivotal moment in your life still plays part. You didn't conform to society. You didn't conform to what your classmates had said. You still wear those Nike high tops with a baseball cap, winged eyeliner, and your hoops. Not because society told you to make a change, but because you learned to embrace the best of both worlds. You embrace your femininity while still keeping true to the things that make you, you. With that being said, you thank those women who lifted you up along the way and that have helped you evolve to the young woman you are now. You give thanks to your abuelita porque ella desde que eras pequeña siempre estuvo ahí para ti, para lo que sea. Dices que te escuchaba hablar hora tras hora de tus sueños y deseos. No hubo una vez que ella no estaba lista para sentarse contigo y hablar del pasado y del futuro, ambas escuchando una a la otra mientras los minutos pasan. Your mom, she's your rock. She constantly reminds you that you are capable of everything you set to achieve. She has been and will continue to be your #1 supporter, and she makes that known wherever she goes. And I quote, When I saw my mom give speeches to big crowds, I used to think that she was the most beautiful woman out there. And just as she was inspiring other young women like yourself, she gave you the courage to do the same. Tias and madrinas are not left behind. You give thanks to them because they have been and continue to be part of your story. And like you said, they will forever hold a special place in your heart. We are no foreigners to struggles. Coming from immigrant families, we have lived and continue to live firsthand in a place where few opportunities are offered to people like you and me. You have witnessed your parents and grandparents go through struggles and use those very same struggles to create opportunities for the future generations like you and your siblings. But that does not mean that you won't face the same struggles. It means that you have been taught by the very best to overcome and push forward when these struggles are at the foot of your feet. Because mom and pop never claimed defeat. We never claimed defeat. Quote, being a woman, any woman, whether or not you're Latina, black, or white, a woman is just strong. Those words riddle your mouth with joy and happiness because for you, being a woman does not mean anything less. You hope to inspire all those young Latinas pursuing their dreams who have constantly heard that our emotions and feelings are not valid in the workplace. Being emotional and loving does not make you any less than a man. You hope that these young girls use their loving ways to help others and prove to those in doubt of them that they are capable of anything and everything they set themselves out for. It's okay to cry, it's okay to struggle, but learn to pick yourself up, put your hoops back on, and bounce back. These are a few wise words from you. We go to schools who weren't built for people like us. And even though schools and universities weren't built for Latinas or Mexican girls like you and I from Chicago's South Side or for immigrant families, we're still doing it. And we will continue to take pride in that and embrace everything that represents those struggles. We are here and we will continue to bend the rules. We will continue to change the statistics for Latinas in the education system. We will wear our Mexican colors with pride in the face of hatred, and we will prove to those that doubt every woman out there that we are more than what they think we are. We are women, we are strong, we are Latinas, and so damn proud.